warm enough to come back out on the balcony and enjoy a little sunbeam. We really need patio furniture, but it's so expensive. Soba for dinner. Love soba in the summertime. Today I am removing my hair extensions. The ones I put in weren't actually like the best. Like they were older ones, but I didn't remember them being like not in that good of a condition. And even when I touched them, they like felt fine. But as soon as I put them in, I could tell they weren't like that good anymore. So honestly, like they've kind of been bugging me ever since I put it in. So I'm gonna remove them today because I'm just kind of over it. I'm gonna be using my own custom made extension release solution. I haven't made a video about this for my beauty channel, which is kind of surprising because it's better than anything I've bought. Basically, it's 99% alcohol that you can get at like any pharmacy, mixed with a facial cleansing oil, because a facial cleansing oil compared to like any other regular oil has a emulsifier in it, so when it gets in contact with water, it becomes a milky solution and it kind of washes away clean. So this is like the best thing I've ever used to remove my hair extensions. Like 99% alcohol with like a quarter of this. It perfectly, like you guys, it perfectly like melts the glue and releases it from the hair without leaving any glue attached to your hair, so you don't have to like pull anything out. And it washes off in the shower completely clean, so your hair is not gummy and oily after. It's actually like the best thing I've ever came up with, and it just doesn't like, don't need a lot. So like even though I have some in the dropper now, all I have to do is like add like a smidge and then wiggle the dropper in between the two pieces of tape, like without even releasing much of the solution. And it just like, look how much is in there. Like there's still quite a lot in the dropper. And then I just like open it up and with my fingernail just kind of lift it from the hair, and it comes off so cleanly and nicely without any tape residue whatsoever. So I'm gonna do this to the rest of my head. I actually don't have too many wefts in my hair. Like I try not to put much these days because I want to give my hair a little bit of a break from extensions, but still have a little bit of that volume that I don't naturally have. Let me know, have you guys ever tried hair extensions? If not, because this is my vlog video and my vlog channel, if you guys aren't subscribed or if you don't watch my beauty channel, I actually have like multiple videos on there on how to do your own DIY tape and hair extensions. So if you ever want to learn how to do it yourself, I can show you. So it's a summerish kind of day, and we took the opportunity to come to the same cherry blossoms that I saw last year. So we went for a walk. Ended up at the cherry blossoms that I went to last year, which was really, really nice. And now we have our usual bubble tea. I didn't plan to go there at all. I just remembered that it's cherry blossom season, but
you said was let's go there.
No, I said that after already being out for half an hour.
We walked to Loblaws and then we turned around.
At least I knew where we wanted to go. So everyone, today my boyfriend and I went on a nice long walk because it's the first day of the year where it was like 21 outside, and it's not going to be like this for the rest of like all next week. I don't know when it's going to be this hot again, so we figured we would take the opportunity to go on a walk. We did like just under 10 kilometers, which is amazing. My hips are sore now, my feet are sore. We're just taking it easy for the rest of the night, but it was so nice to see cherry blossoms because if any of you remember, we were actually supposed to go to Japan this cherry blossom season for a 2-week vacation, which I was so excited about because I haven't obviously been to Japan since I lived there. So getting the opportunity to look at some cherry blossoms with someone was really nice. Unfortunately, the main, like the big cherry blossom areas in Toronto are all closed down due to the virus that's going around, so there's no big cherry blossom viewing areas that we can go to. So I knew about this little one that I went to last year when I had one of my days off, and it's got maybe like 5 partially mature cherry blossom trees, so that's where we went. It's nothing like super crazy compared to like the Hyde Park area here in Toronto, which is just tons, like hundreds of cherry blossom trees that are like mid-age, not mature. But it's nothing like Japan, but still it was like enough to kind of satisfy me to get a little bit of a glimpse of cherry blossoms when I could. So that's probably the one and only day we'll be able to see them before the blossoms fall off because they're in peak bloom. But it was just so nice to get that little glimpse of it and just like kind of lighten my mood, especially with it being the first warm day in a while. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to tune in with you guys because like unlike last week was super rainy and miserable, and rainy days just get me down so much, and apparently a lot of you are the exact same, which totally makes sense. Like I thrive in warm weather, and it's nothing like I can even control. Like I don't know why, but with cold, gray, rainy, just dismal, not sunny weather, I literally get depressed and I have no control over it. It's like I wake up and I'm just in this state of being miserable. But whenever it's sunny and warm out, I just light up, like I come to life. I'm basically like a houseplant. So it was just nice today. I woke up in a great mood. I started my day off with like a nice cup of coffee and watching YouTube videos, and it's been so interesting because I fell down the YouTube rabbit hole of Korean apartment tour videos. And my Korean apartment tour video that I did years ago, like 6 years ago, is just so interesting because at the time, like when you're an English teacher in Korea, you don't always know the exact value of your apartment. At least when I lived there, you didn't know the value. So I had no idea what like the rent would be for the apartment that I lived in when I was living there for 2 years. And I found out today that I probably like would have been paying anywhere from $400 to $600 a month for rent with the type of apartment that I had. And I'll link that video here. It's super old. Please don't judge me or anything based on that video. It's like a 6-year-old video, so don't think about me in that light like that was years ago. But yes, that apartment would have been probably around $500 a month rent with a $5,000 deposit to $10,000 deposit to buy it. It probably would have been $5,000 because it wasn't in the heart of Seoul. It was like one of the outer suburbs. It would take about 40 minutes to get to Gangnam via subway from where I lived. But it's just so interesting. And then like I was going down that YouTube rabbit hole of Korean apartment tour videos, and like there was a lot of them that were very similar to the one that I lived in, and then there was a lot of newer ones that were like so nice, and like it was just like it was fun to fantasize about it a little bit because what we pay for our place in Toronto, we could probably get a really nice place in South Korea, which is insane. And it's just wild to think like cost of living is so different there compared to living in downtown Toronto, Canada. But then again, like Toronto is one of the most expensive places in the world to live, which just blows my mind. I'm like, why? I honestly don't understand why. I think it's just because like we're such a financial hub for all of Canada, like business wise, that's what makes the cost, like the job market's high. But like what we pay here, we could get a pretty nice apartment in Korea, which just, we could get a really nice place. It just blows my mind. It's like, and it's just fun to like fantasize the idea of moving back. I mean, I obviously wouldn't, like, but it's just fun to like fantasize about it. But it would be cool. It definitely would be cool if it was like possible to like just pack up our things and go live in Korea in a nice place for like a couple years or so. But remembering what it's like, it's hard because it's not like an English speaking country, and unless you speak Korean, like life's a little more difficult there and stuff like that. And jobs, would we even be able to get jobs that pay the same, you know? So it was just fun. So my day has been very Japanese, Korean oriented because I started my day going down that YouTube rabbit hole. Then we went out for our walk and ended up at Cherry Blossoms, and then we got bubble tea after, and then after that we got katsuya, which is like a donkatsu, like Japanese pork cutlet style place. That's what we had for dinner. And it's just, everything about this day has been very Japan oriented, Asia oriented, but I'm loving it. Like, it's just putting me in like such a good mood, such a good vibe. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you guys today while I do my evening skincare routine. With that being said, a little update on my diet. It's been going really well. Some of you guys from the old diet video, the diet video that I did a month ago, some of you have requested for me to do another version of it, but I'm like, I kind of didn't and I'm already in it. But so I'm just gonna give like a little bit of an update. Basically, I've been using that baby plate that I shared in my previous vlog for the past 2 weeks now. About 2 weeks, yeah. I found it only worked when I started seriously stopping eating past 5 and 6 o'clock. I don't eat any more past 6 o'clock, and if I do, it's like cornflakes or like just a couple spoonfuls of yogurt. So that helped. But what really helped, because I weighed myself this morning and I was at 106.5, which I haven't seen that number on the scale in over a year. So what really made that possible is, once again, not eating after 5 o'clock, and I've been having my dinners at around 4:30 to 5 p.m. every single day for the past week and a half, and that's made a difference as well. But I've also been strictly calorie counting again, so incorporating the baby plate with calorie counting, so each meal I log the calories so I know if I'm going over or not, and then not eating after 5 p.m. and having my dinner at like 4 to 5 p.m., like within that 1 hour range, has made a huge difference. Like, I literally haven't seen 106 on the scale in over a year, so I'm really happy to see it, and it's giving me hope because I'm very uncomfortable in my body. Like, no need to complain, like everyone's different, yada yada, I get it, like we're all different. But like, I put on one of my older shirts today and I just like, it didn't look like how it used to look on me, and I just felt very instantly uncomfortable. So yeah, it was just another thing to remind me I need to keep working and not to like get too excited about that lower number, because we're still not at what I used to be. So yeah, anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on that. I'm not going to do a whole diet video on it because it's too late. I'm already in it, I'm already in the thick of it, but yeah, that's what's going on. So I just wanted to update you guys on it while I try to do my evening skincare routine, and I'm going to get back to watching random Korean apartment tours on YouTube for this evening. Hello everyone! So I don't remember if I shared this before, but I was getting so frustrated with my original vacuum that I had. It was like a $35 one that I got on Amazon, like back when I was living with my old roommate before moving into this wonderful place. Only really lasted maybe just over a year because it started to fall apart. Like the attachments just were made of really cheap thin plastic, and after using it for a while it just kind of started to fall apart. So I was getting really frustrated because now that I have a cat, I have to vacuum maybe once or twice a week, twice at most, just to manage all the hair in a tiny apartment and plus my hair. So I was getting really frustrated because every time I would vacuum, the attachment would fall off really, really easily, and it was just making vacuuming more difficult than it needed to be. So I caved in and bought a Shark vacuum. I asked you guys on Instagram what you would recommend for vacuums, and you guys said Shark was a great alternative to a Dyson for a fraction of the cost. So I'm gonna open it up, try it out, and see how it is. And Mr. Flynn's excited because he has a brand new big box he can destroy. Here he goes, see ya. So I am just sitting outside today. It's a beautiful day, even though most of the days here in Toronto are not nice. We're not having the best weather. I mean, it is getting better, but I hear it's going to be like -1 over the weekend, which is horrible. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to do a little bit of an update with everything. So yeah, like everything's kind of the same in Canada right now. I'm hoping that at some point the lockdown will lift a little bit, just because it's a bit frustrating, I guess, with not being able to shop comfortably. Like I was watching a lot of Korean vlogs of what it's like in South Korea right now, which is one of the countries that was like the worst hit. And everyone's like, businesses are still open there apparently, and everyone's still going about their usual life. The only rule is that everyone has to wear face masks. Like if you're out in the public, you have to be wearing a face mask. Like that's kind of like the law that's ongoing there. And I kind of wish they would implement that here in Canada, because then businesses could open properly. And then all the frustration with like not being able to get like necessities would be over with. Anyway, that's just kind of my current opinion. So I'm just sitting in a random little park area, well, not really park area, but a random bench area, just enjoying the sun while we still have it. And then it's back to isolation, but I got my face mask. Today I'm making poutine at home. It's probably not going to be nearly as good as poutine out and about, but I figured why not make it at home? So we actually went to the St. Lawrence market and picked up some authentic cheese curds, which are essential if you're making traditional poutine. They have to be in this shape, these like chunks of cheese. I mean, you can use other cheese, but it just doesn't taste the same. And then I got some gravy packs, which I'm currently mixing up. I got one that's in the beef flavor because I find that tastes more like flavorful, and then I got a poutine one and I mixed it together because I find the poutine ones, like, I don't know, I feel like you can't trust that it's gonna taste like the best. Anyway, so that's what I have ongoing right now. And I also picked up a little packet of pulled pork to add, because one of my favorite poutines is pulled pork poutine, so I figured I would also add that to there. Yeah, so that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Not at all healthy, but whatever. So hungry though. It's pretty good. Hello everyone! So I have an inspiration. I've been watching a lot of Korean fashion videos, like just styling videos, and it really inspired me on some new ways to film. So I ordered a couple things from Amazon. One of them was this steamer, because like whenever I do fashion videos, my clothes are always wrinkly and it's just so like, could be better, you know? Otherwise, I also got this clothing rack that I just finished assembling. Just a basic clothing rack so I can have it in front of me when styling. But yeah, please pardon the mess. My cat is just high maintenance. And I also got some gold paint because like any clothing rack that was gold colored was so much more expensive on Amazon. I couldn't justify spending $100 or anywhere close to $100 on a clothing rack, so I figured I would just buy my own gold paint and paint it myself. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is I'm going to be covering up the black with the gold paint. Hopefully it works out the way that I wanted it to. So that's what I'm going to get up to. I just finished filming a styling video. Really excited about this one because it's super different from anything I've ever done, and I feel like not a lot of people do this style of video unless they're like Korean, but because that's how I got inspired to do this type of video. So it's gonna be on my my main channel, not on the vlogging channel, but I figured I would update you guys because that's literally what I've been doing today. Like the setup took way longer than actually filming the footage, which is always kind of how YouTube works. Yeah, so I'm really excited to get editing it and get it out for you guys. Like literally the footage is going to be like all of 4 minutes, if anything, with like a 1.5 hour to 2 hour setup time. Insane. But I guess I'll just give you a little sneak peek of what it's like. So the filming's already done, but I basically just shoved our dresser all the way over here, so it's blocking like that room and the bedroom entrance. But yeah, that's where I did my styling video. So you guys will see that on the main channel. If you want to hop on over there, the link is always in the description box down below if you want to check it out. Anyway, I am hungry now. I feel like it's what, 3 o'clock, and all I had was breakfast today around 11, so I'm pretty hungry. Nothing much has been going on this week. It's been sort of gloomy weather consistently here, so I've just kind of been recharging. I've been taking a full week off from streaming just because I just felt stressed, you know? Like, I think I said it before in the vlog, at least I was saying it on the live stream, but I was having this crazy eye twitch that was just constant and consistent. When I looked up, like I thought eye twitching was mainly caused by like being tired and fatigue, and I thought that doesn't really make sense for me because I get so much sleep. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I looked it up, and apparently the #1 reason for eye twitching is stress. So I figured I just needed to cut one thing out for a little bit, take a break on something, and see if it helped, and it did. My eye twitch is completely gone after 4 days of not streaming. So I figured, you know what, I'll just take a week off, reset, recharge, and then hop right back into it with fresh minds. Because I've just, you know, when you just have nothing to say. And with streaming, I feel like you almost constantly have to be talking and discussing things, and I just had nothing to say, and I felt really pressured to like stream and make conversation when I myself was just brain dead. So yeah, it's been a good little week off, and I'll be back to the regular daily streams starting on Monday, and today is Friday, so I just wanted to tune in with that. And something happened yesterday that I didn't film. I didn't vlog at all yesterday. I was just like lazing around. But Mr. Flynn, where is he? There he is. Oops, skidded away. Mr. Flynn peed on our bath mat. And I think it's because you know, I asked you guys to recommend some litter for him, and you guys said silica. The silica crystals or beads were really, really good for completely dust-free kitty litter, and it was amazing. Loved it. But around the 2-week mark, I guess he found it was just too dirty, because the thing is with the silica litter is that it absorbs the urine and then dehydrates itself, so you can't actually scoop out the litter like with a regular kitty litter. You only scoop out the poop. So I guess he just thought it was too dirty and he couldn't use it anymore. So I had to go to the backup corn litter for now, and then I wanted to hop out today to get some new crystal litter because I really like it. It's like completely dust free, amazing. And with him sleeping beside me every single night, it was just really gross, like with him having like dust on him and then coming and sleeping beside my face at night. That was like a no. So I love it, but I'm a little bit disappointed that the 1 month supply only lasted 2 weeks. It's kind of a bummer, but at least we know now that he is a clean freak and his litter was too dirty for him. He couldn't use it. And he's trying to chew my shoes. He's such a bad kitty. Hey, no. He's also been really bad lately and chewed our blankets, like the ones that we have on our couch. I don't know why he has this habit where, like, I guess when he's drowsy and starts to wake up, he likes to chew on and nibble on things. Like, I caught him doing it at night. At night when he's sleeping with me, sometimes he wakes me up because he's doing it, and he'll be all like drowsy and try to start nibbling on the blankets in bed. And I'm like, no, stop, don't do that. So I guess he does that on the couch when he sleeps there at night or during the day and we don't see him doing it. So I found like all these holes along the edges of my blankets, which is actually kind of disappointing because like one of them is my favorite heated blanket that I got in, like my thermal blanket that I got in Japan. The other one's just a dollar store blanket, so I'm not that worried about it, but still, like, it's a bad habit that I wish I could catch him doing more often so I can be like, no. So yeah, that's just been the struggle lately. I've been a little frustrated with him all week because I keep catching him doing naughty things that he shouldn't be doing. Yeah, I'm hungry. I need to eat something, so I'm gonna go look in the fridge and see what I can fix up. Back for the usual bubble tea. You guys, look at this stuff that I got from Just Fab. Oh my, if you guys aren't familiar with Just Fab, they are a kind of, I don't even know, like, I guess you could say a shoe company. I remember they started maybe, I want to say 10 years ago. Like, I've known about them for forever. And from what I recall, they were a shoe company that gave you a personalized, like, catalog every week for your shoes that match your style. But apparently they're not quite like that. And all of their shoes are $10 right now, which is unheard of, absolutely insane. So it looks like I got 3 pairs here of fresh new shoes for the spring and summer season. There we go. So each pair was like $10. Insane, right? So these are the new shoes I got. Unfortunately, from what I remember when I did order these maybe like a week ago, is that I'm a pretty standard size of shoe for women. I'm a 7, so a majority of things were sold out in my size because that is the most common size. So that's something to consider, but otherwise it's definitely worth taking a look considering these are usually like a $40 value Canadian. I got them for only $10 each. So I got some cool products from the brand OG, which I haven't used before. One of them that I'm really excited to try is this liquid gold cleansing oil. It's like the perfect timing because I'm actually just fresh out of my favorite Innisfree cleansing oil, the green tea seed intensive hydrating one. So I'll probably try that out tonight to remove my makeup, but I just wanted to try out their one of their sculpting lip oil tints. I wonder if it's gonna be like a Korean lip tint. That's what I'm kind of curious about. This gardenia one looks like the color example looks really brown, but since it's a tinted lip oil, I doubt it's that brown. Ooh, is it stick form? Oh my gosh, it is. That's so weird because it's a lip oil, right? I did not think it would be in a stick form. That's actually really surprising. Color's beautiful. Is it like, ooh, that's so nice. Okay. Ooh, that's really nice. I feel like it's clinging, like the color's clinging to that dry spot. It has kind of minty texture to it. That's so nice. I was expecting it to be like a gloss type oil. It's so nice. And that's not too dark either. I was also expecting that to be a really dark color. It's like a nice kind